Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss about dehydration reaction or elimination of water. Generally dehydration reaction takes place with alcohol from alcohol with acid reagent. That's what dehydration takes place with acid reagent generally. Okay, in the previous video, right, I have mentioned like what are the conditions favors the elimination reaction and the substitution reaction, right? The low temperature conditions, right, substitution favors elimination over there. That's what in the first case substitution reaction takes place. CH3 CH2 SO3H. Okay, and at 140 degree Celsius, right, what happens is that instead of elimination, uh, what happens, formation of ether takes place over there. Okay, at high temperature elimination favors, right? That's what eliminated product, when dehydration takes place, what happens is that formation of alkene takes place. Formation of alkene takes place. This is how the general reaction takes place, right? Now let us see the examples over there, how the elimination reaction takes place in general, right? Now we have what is that, alcohol over there, right? How the elimination reaction takes place in the sense, like what do we have? Lone pairs or oxygen, lone pairs are there with the oxygen, right? Catches the proton over there from the acid over there. Then what happens? We'll get this kind of structure over there. Okay, oxygen with the positive charge is unstable. What happens? It gets out over there. After getting out, what happens? Formation of carbocation takes place, and we have adjacent hydrogens, right? What happens? Elimination of proton takes place, and generation of what is this, alkene takes place, right? This is how the normal reaction takes place with the alcohols and the acid reagents, right? Now let us see here with this one what kind of products are going to be formed. There is a possibility of formation of terminal alkene and internal alkene. Let me write both over there. Terminal alkene and internal alkene. We have two kinds of internal alkene. One is trans and another one is cis. Okay, which is going to be the major one, means what we can say, this trans one is the major one because it is highly stable according to the Saint-Jef rule. The stable alkene or internal alkene is a major one, right, in this reaction. That is how the reaction takes place. Now here also what happens is that in this case also elimination of water takes place. After this adjacent hydrogen proton elimination takes place and formation of internal alkene takes place. Formation of internal alkene takes place. Yeah, next here after elimination of water, what happens? We'll get the carbocation over there. Carbocation. Here there is a possibility of methyl rearrangement, right? But that's what happens. 1,2-methyl shift takes place. When 1,2-methyl shift takes place, what happens? Carbocation would be generated over there. We have hydrogen over there. Proton will be eliminated. Hydrogen proton will be eliminated over there, and formation of alkene takes place. Okay. Yeah. In the same way, what do we have? We have a OH group over there, right? After elimination, what happens? We'll get carbocation over here, right? Now what is this particular ring? It is a 4-membered ring, relatively unstable comparatively with the 5-membered and 6-membered ring over there. That's what we can expect, the ring expansion over there. After ring expansion, what happens? We'll get 5-membered ring. A 5-membered ring to the adjacent carbon, carbocation would be generated over there. After this, what happens? The adjacent carbon is tertiary carbon. That's what happens is that proton shift takes place over there. Hydrate shift takes place over there. After hydrate shift, we'll get carbocation at tertiary position. After this, what do we have? We have hydrogens over there, right? Elimination of proton takes place. When elimination of proton takes place, what happens? We'll get an alkene over there. Alkene. Okay, this is how the reaction takes place in general, right? And we have again the same conditions over there. Carbocation would be generated over there. Okay, ring expansion takes place. After the ring expansion, what happens? Carbocation would be generated over there, and followed by the elimination of proton, what we will get is, we will get an alkene. We will get an, sorry, it's a 6-member ring, right? Not the 5-member ring. 1 minute. It is a 6-member ring. What happens now? It turns into 6-member ring. Let me take it something like this. Okay, and carbocation would be generated over there, and followed by all the steps as we have already discussed. What happens? Elimination takes place, alkene formation takes place. Here it's a special condition. Let us see here what happens here. After elimination of water, after dehydration, what happens? Carbocation would be generated. Now this particular ring is 3-member ring, right? What happens? Ring expansion takes place. After ring expansion, what happens? This ring becomes 5-member ring. This remains same. Since bond is breaking over there, that's what this carbon gets a positive charge over there. After getting the positive charge, what happens? Again, this is a 4-member ring. What happens is that expansion takes place. Ring expansion takes place. Again, what happens? Both the 5-member ring formation takes place. Since bond breaking is taking place at this particular position, that's what carbocation would be generated, and the hydrogen gets out as proton over there, and formation of alkene takes place. This is how the reaction takes place in general, right? Now let us see how this reaction takes place. I'll write for one step, and remaining things as usual will be followed, and I'll write the final product over there. After the elimination of protons, water, what happens over there? We'll get carbocation. Carbocation, right? After carbocation generation, what happens? With the adjacent ring is 5-member ring, 4-member ring. It is unstable. Ring expansion takes place. After ring expansion, what happens? We will get 5-member ring. Once again, five-member ring. The remaining things as usual. Here we will get the carbocation. Okay, and we have proton over there. What happens? Elimination takes place. We'll get the double bond over there. Five-member ring with a double bond, and OH. 4-member ring, OH, and 4-member ring. The same thing will be followed in the remaining cases also. These two 4-member ring becomes 5-member ring, and two extra double bonds will come out there, and final product is going to be something like this. Final product is going to be something like this. Okay. Okay. This is how the reaction takes place and all this thing. Okay. Here also what happens is that elimination of proton, water takes place over there. After elimination of water, any of what is this hydrogens will be getting out as proton over there, and formation of alkene takes place like this. But here let us see here what is going to happen. What is this? Initially water gets out over here. After water gets out over there, here we don't, like from here we won't expect any kind of proton elimination or something, because sp2 carbon is going to be highly unstable in this particular position according to the Brett's rule. Now what happens is that methyl shift takes place. After methyl shift, what happens? Well, here the carbocation would be generated. This carbocation is, what is that, unstable, and formation of alkene takes place by the elimination of proton over there. After this, what kind of structure is going to be getting? Oh, here, this is how the structure. Okay, this is how the dehydration reaction takes place in various molecules. Thank you for watching.